So, I would say I've hitched my wagon to Ashes of Creation, and it has nothing to do with Ashes of Creation. For a while, I have been disappointed with the gaming industry in general. Out of spite, I have refused to play an MMO for about like 3 or 4 years now. I'm just sick of games trying to suck the dollars out of me. It's like every game I play is no longer a game, but some type of gumball machine that keeps offering me gumballs for my quarters over and over again. And it didn't always used to be this way. I don't know. It just feels like nowadays most games are being made by businessmen that see the game as a return on investment. Like the first meeting about a game that's going to get made is likely all only talking about money. I imagine things being said like, we got $30 million. In order to recoup that cost in a timely manner, we're going to be releasing in 2027, finished or not. Oh, and we talked to the devs at World of Warcraft, and we like the way the WoW tokens and the microtransactions have impacted their bottom line. So you need to mirror that. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Obviously, if that's happening, nobody's just going to be spilling their guts, in public. That's just not happening. I use games as an escape from my responsibilities, you know? So having tons of real life money transaction choices being shoved down my throat while attempting to relax just sucks. Please don't remind me I don't have as much money as I want to have. I don't need something else I can't afford.
Pay to win features.
Yeah,
Are you guys
absolutely
going to
not.
have any?
Either that doesn't affect their bottom line the way they want to, or they are just missing the mark because they're not driven by gamers. The suits that sit on a board say, hey, World of Warcraft's doing good, let's do what they did.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
And that's when you stifle innovation. The design decisions just destroyed the game. And the pay to win aspect that they implemented, because they were a freemium business model, they had to incentivize players to purchase from their marketplace. So
Right.
pay to win came in and it destroyed the player driven economy, which was what the whole frickin' thing was built on.
I don't like companies that try to nickel and dime players, but as a part of a gift from me to the player base, I'm not going to charge a buy to play. There's not going to be a box price. It's going to be entirely just subscription based.
Well, that's certainly a relief. I know some games now you have to pay a subscription, you have to buy the game, sometimes buy expansions on top of that, and they have the microtransactions, and it seems like a bit much.
Yeah, my philosophy is if you build it, they will come, and a subscription is more than enough for a company that has a successful game under its belt to provide constant updates, content releases, and it really just creates a healthy dynamic between the player base and the developers, providing new experiences for them.
Steven has been extremely vocal about his opinions on pay to win in games. And my opinion is that he's being genuine. I am very confident he will remain true to his choice. There is a cosmetic shop, but they consistently speak on the cosmetics not intending to be better looking than in-game achievables. I prefer that there not be a cash shop at all, but I kind of understand its place in games at this point. But I prefer that the marketplace not be in game. Just let me be in the game without a button that can take my money, please. But overall, the stance that they've taken on pay to win and even pay to convenience is the polar opposite to most of the gaming industry, especially the MMO industry. As a whole, it feels like the games being made currently are more products than they are art, that these companies see us as customers, not players. I don't think it used to be this way. Yeah, they wanted to make money and be successful, but the intention has always been to make a good game. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was too young to see what I see now. But this is how I think about it, right? Say there's a sculpture being made. It can be done two different ways. The first way, you have an artist that gets inspired, begins work on a sculpture that speaks to them. They toil and struggle and create a beautiful sculpture. The second way, a company wants to make a sculpture for their lobby. They select a sculptor, explain the dimensions that they want the sculpture to be, and the sculptor creates exactly what the company requested. Which sculpture would you expect to be better? You know? Oh yeah, the sculpture in the lobby probably has ads hovering all around it.
Absolutely, right. And the best MMOs I've experienced are the ones that go for that PVX experience. Those are the best MMOs that I've experienced. But that means that not everybody can be a winner, that there has to be a significant chase. There has to be people who are the masters of their craft or the best ranking on the PvP side, have the legendary gear that means something.
And then I used to play Lineage 2 way back when.
Oh, you're a Lineage 2 player?
So when I see this game, dude, this is why I'm getting I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, well, hey, I'm seeing some of the old some stuff that
I can't tell you how many L2 players have come to me and they're like, this is the spiritual successor to Lineage 2. This is Lineage 3.
I literally
was Neverwinter on AOL.
I remember that. I remember hearing about that when I was a kid. I remember hearing about that. And I played, I got hooked immediately at 7. I was like, holy shit, I can kill a Dracolich? What the fuck is a Dracolich? I was like, this is great. I used to have my mom breaking into my room when I was a little kid and pulling the power cord out of my computer. Yeah. She's like, you were supposed to be in bed. And it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, but there's a raid. I know, right.
There is one thing I sincerely respect about Intrepid and Steven. I do not believe Steven is just trying to create a money grab. He truly wants to make a game that he wants to play. A game that he expects many MMO players will enjoy playing. He has even made some decisions that are actively harmful to making money. For example, he's closed the purchases on Alpha 2 packages. I'm not totally sure. I think those packages are $375. That's a lot of money that they're missing out on. That's not a money decision. That's a design decision. He understands that this is testing. He only wants a certain number of participants. Similarly, they're intending to make the cosmetics in the shop less appealing than in-game achievable cosmetics. That's, again, not a money decision. Most games have those cosmetic microtransactions, and they make a concerted effort to ensure the purchasable cosmetics are much better looking than the in-game cosmetics to incentivize players to buy them. Along the same lines, there will not be pay to win and pay to convenience. Most games that have these make the game more inconvenient and more grindy to incentivize players to purchase these pay to win and pay to convenience buffs. Another thing they've stopped doing their monthly cosmetics. They were doing monthly cosmetics all up through the development up until I think the end of December, and they're not doing them. They haven't done one since December, so they're not trying to sell us more cosmetics right now, even though they totally could. As someone who's been a gamer for 25 plus years, I have grown more idealistic and more principled with my gaming decisions. And when I hear that Intrepid is making these choices, that these are gamers looking to make a game they want to play, that they hate pay to win, I'm immediately signing up. The industry, in my opinion, is suffering because of these business decisions. I've seen some comments that the packages for alphas and betas are too expensive and they are trying to take our money, but that's not what's happening. They don't want a ton of people to sign up for these betas and alphas. Alphas and betas are meant to be true testing environments. They want people that truly intend to commit to the testing effort, not just any casual looking to play a game. And if you look at what's in the package, you're actually getting a decent value for the content.
It's so important to use the voice that you have, that support and or disagreement to give direction to other companies, because so many companies go astray nowadays because they're not being made by the decisions aren't being made by gamers. They're being made by people who are focused on the bottom line of a company.
Right. Yep.
And the honest truth is, with games, there is a very core principle that remains true always. If you build it, they will come.
Now, I know this video has been pretty pessimistic about the gaming industry, but recently there's been some bright spots in the industry. Baldur's Gate 3 is a shining example of what a good developer looks like. I'm hoping that Baldur's Gate 3's success is a sign of things to come. I could keep going, but I'll leave off with this. We as gamers should expect more from our games and from our game developers. We should expect more from these companies. Most companies do not care about you as a player. They only care about you as a consumer. So your most valuable voice is your wallet. If you don't like something or feel that a game company isn't respecting your time and money, stop giving them your money. That is your voice. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me know how wrong I am by leaving a comment below. Please like and subscribe to see me be wrong about more things. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you, subscribe.